Email is a written message conveyed from one person to another person via the internet. Let me give you an example to understand it. Suppose there is one person who wants to provide certain important information to another person in written form. Then, one way is that he will write the message in a letter. He will deliver this letter to a post office and provide the address of the receiver, and then the post office will deliver the letter to the receiver. There are three main problems with this approach. Number one, time. It takes too much time to deliver a letter, and the time increases as per receiver's address. Number two, cost. The cost increases as per the address of the receiver. And number three, paper. If attachments are there, then it is very cumbersome and difficult to manage. Here, the email came to rescue. In an email, the message is sent via the internet. So, post office is replaced by email companies like Gmail and Yahoo. And senders and receivers' addresses are replaced by the senders and receivers' email IDs. This message is transferred in a second without any cost or physical copies to be attached, as the message is being conveyed in a digital form. As it eliminated the problem of time, cost and paper in one go, nowadays the preferred mode of communication is email. Now I hope that you are pretty much clear what exactly is an email and how it functions, and what is the difference between an email and the letter. Now let's look into the types of email. Emails are mainly divided into two types: formal email and informal email. Let's look into formal email. The formal email is written for business or professional purposes with a specific objective in mind. It uses simple language that can be easy to read and interpret. Formal emails are written to government departments or businesses instead of a known individual. Now let's look into informal email. The informal email is written for personal communication. It uses a casual or an emotional tone. Informal emails are written to a friend or close family member instead of businesses. In this video, we will understand how to write a formal email. Let's first understand the format of a formal email. A formal email must have 7 things in it. Number 1, sender's email ID. Here, sender's email ID is the one who is writing an email. It is represented as from. Number 2, receiver's email ID. Here, a receiver is the one who will be receiving the message which is being conveyed by the sender, and it will be represented by 2. You may use CC and BCC if required. CC is for carbon copy and BCC is for blind carbon copy. I will explain the difference between both of them in our upcoming videos. Number 3, subject. It is used so that the reader immediately knows what your email is about. Number 4, salutation. A salutation is a greeting used in an email. Generally, we use dear followed by recipient's given name. If the name is unknown, we use sir or madam. Number 5, body. The body of the email contains the actual message. It is usually divided into 3 subcategories: introduction, main content, and summary. The introductory paragraph states the purpose of the email. The main content conveys all the necessary detailed information, and the last paragraph summarizes the information provided. Number 6, complimentary close. It is the way to end the email. It means goodbye in general terms. We generally use yours faithfully if we do not know the person we are writing the email, and yours sincerely if we know the person we are writing the email to. Number 7, sender's detail. Here the name of the sender will come. Designation and contact details will also be added if required. Notice in the format the date of sending an email is not required, as in email date will automatically be taken while it is being sent. Let's revise this format again. Number 1, sender's email ID. Number 2, receiver's email ID. Number 3, subject. Number 4, salutation. Number 5, body. Number 6, complimentary close. And number 7, sender's detail including name, designation and contact numbers. Let's understand this format with an example. The question is, you are Nihir Shah, Purchase Manager of NRM IT Solutions. Write an email to the Sales Manager of Navneet Stationery Solutions, New Delhi, placing an order for stationery items for your organization. The first step is to write the sender's detail. So it will be written like this: from support@nihirsha.in. The second step is to write the receiver's email ID. So it will be written like this: to sales@navneet.com. Now the third step is writing the subject line. So what's the subject line here? The subject line is regarding purchase. So it will be written like this: subject, purchase order of stationery items. The fourth step is salutation. So let's write the salutation as Dear Sir. Now comes the most important part of the email. It is the body of the email. As we discussed, the body will be divided into 3 parts: introduction, main content and summary. Let's write the body in this way. This is in reference to an inquiry we made on date 1st April 2021 about stationery items. We wish to place an order for the same. Kindly find the details of the items below. Now, here is the list of items that we required. So, in this way, you can draw a proper structured table and in brief, describe the items that you require. And the last paragraph will be something like this: we hope to receive this order on or before Friday, 16th April 2021. Please ensure timely delivery of items in healthy condition. The payment will be made once the goods are received. In case of any queries, please contact at the number mentioned in the email signature. So this is the entire body. Now, number 6 step of the email is complimentary close. Let's write thanking you, yours sincerely. And the final step in email writing is the name, designation and contact details of the person who is sending the email. Let's write in this way: Nihir Shah, Purchase Manager, NRM IT Solutions, and here is the contact number. So finally, your email is complete after implementing all these 7 steps. Please pause the video and again go through the email format. That's all about email writing in this video. Let's quickly revise what we learned in this lesson. First, we understood what is an email. An email is a written message conveyed from one person to another via an electronic medium, which is internet. Then we looked at the types of emails. Emails are mainly divided into 2 types. Number 1, formal email, and number 2, informal email. Then we looked into the 7 essential components of any formal email, which are: number 1, sender's email ID; number 2, receiver's email ID; number 3, subject; number 4, salutation; number 5, body; number 6, complimentary close; and number 7, sender's detail including name, designation and contact details. Finally, we looked into an example of purchase order to a sales manager. That's all in this video. Thank you for watching the video. Like, comment, share and subscribe in case you found the video helpful.